here because the attacks on our pensions, which means that I think what we were expected to retire on is basically going to be taken away from us in terms of what we can expect, because until now we've known what we're going to retire on, we can plan for the future and so on, whereas now everything's going to be at the mercy of the stock market in terms of what we get at the end of it. But it's also about the levels of contributions that we pay. I mean, pensions, it's not something that just arrives out of the sky and lands in our laps. We pay into it, we contribute to it, the university contributes part to it, and that's part of the agreement that we have with the university, that we'll get paid like maybe less than in the private sector, but we end up with a good pensions arrangement at the end of it. Now all that is under threat and is under threat being taken away, and the universities want to move what they call the level of risk from themselves onto us, which means increased contributions for us for smaller benefits at the end, and it's something that has struck a massive chord with the staff. We've had a huge increase in UCU membership in the run up to the strike, from people that didn't even get a vote in the ballot to take action have joined the union and are coming out on strike. We've also got people that aren't even in UCU that are coming out on strike. That's the depth and breadth of the feeling that there is about this. There are 15 days of action planned. The initial action is for 5 continuous days, so that's today, Friday, and then the first 3 days of next week. We're back in for 2 days, then we're out again, then we're in for a day, and then we're out again. None of us want it to go that far. We all think that this is something, it's not a fight of the UCU's making, it's not something we sort out, it's not something we want. We want to preserve the position as it is. And so hopefully, I mean, the universities nationally have miscalculated. They're not united. St Andrews is one of the universities that is particularly holding the line on this, along with Oxbridge and Bristol and other universities. But the majority of universities, I think, are at the very least sympathetic to UCU's position and are sitting on the fence. Some of them have come right out and said that they agree with us, like Essex University did a couple of days ago. So the point of the action is to do as much as possible, as quickly as possible, and get the message to the universities that actually we're serious about this, and there's much bigger support for it than you ever thought there was. And I think they will be surprised. I mean, if you look along the scores at the moment, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 picket lines here. There are 16 buildings across St Andrews where this is taking place. It's unprecedented in terms of the level of support from people taking part in the action. It's something like we've never had it before.
I've explained this to my students, and I've explained why, myself and my colleagues feel the need to go on strike. What I found is that my students have been incredibly supportive. I've had many supportive messages from them, and I'm really blown away by that. It means a lot. We've done our best to let students know which classes will be disrupted. I think we just saw a bunch of students coming out who obviously haven't got a class. They've come in for 9 o'clock and it's not happening. In most cases we've tried to let them know, and as I say, in most cases we've had their support, which is really great. Their learning is going to be disrupted. I mean, they are missing out on lectures, on tutorials, and I've encouraged all the students to be very vocal about that, about their displeasure at that, and to write to the principal.